Well, kia ora and welcome to the 3'6" models channel once again. Today I'm assembling the Queensland Rail or QR1400 class 3D print that I have produced. This is obviously similar to the NZR G12 DA class. Obviously same family of locomotive, but a number of changes for the Queensland version of the locomotive. I've got a Northyard A1A chassis here, which I'll show you how it fits in. You can order those from Northyard. Hopefully I'll be able to retail them via the 3'6" website at some stage in the future, but for now you have to go straight to Northyard. As you can see, there's some lugs in there that the chassis actually screws into, and the base plate lines up with those lugs. So first thing is to remove the stays that are in the shell. They're there basically to hold the thing in place while it cures so it doesn't bow. So yeah, just get my snips and remove them gently, carefully. As you can see, that side of the locomotive, the underside, is a side that's facing towards the build plate, so it gets all of the support. So it's a little bit rough. You'll want to get in with a sanding block and a bit of 800 grit sandpaper, wet and dry, just to remove the bits of the stays that are left there. But I just use my snips just to remove those stays. As you can see, yeah, they're both gone. You have to go back and do a bit of a clean up, so just pull that out, drop that bit away, and you snip away the other bit too. And that's the shell done. Next is to get the chassis in. So fitting the chassis is reasonably straightforward. As I said, those screw holes line up to the lugs inside the shell itself. Just need to get in and file down the sides a little bit, just to make sure that it does fit. Now I try as much as possible obviously to make sure that dimensionally the 3D print is able to fit the parts that it's meant for, but unfortunately, as with everything, there's a bit of tolerance that you've got to do. So, and a bit of filing. No one actually sees this side directly, obviously, with the cab, etc. So you really just yeah, just need to just file away a little bit of that corner for this one. Every print is different as well, so you'll find that there will be issues in one print and then the next one will be absolutely fine, even when you use exactly the same settings for printing it, etc. So yeah, use my mini file, just file it down on the side there a little bit, and then what I do is I will get the chassis, just do a test fit, and that is a lot snugger than it was before, a lot cleaner of fit. So yeah, just gently push it down on the bogies till it pushes up against the lugs, and then you've got it nice and level, and it fits. I just use my file just to push the last little bit, so I may need some further filing there, but otherwise that's a good fit. Chassis now fits in the locomotive. So the next step is putting the bogie frames on the bogies themselves. So this is a bit of a finicky process because, as you can tell, I usually don't do it facing towards a camera, so this is a bit of a new experience for me. Yeah, so they just slide on there, and at either end of the bogie frames there is a little hole to screw into the bogies themselves on the Northyard chassis. Front bogie, back bogie done. Excuse my fingers, by the way, I was making a cake with dye or something that got on my fingers. And then yeah, that's how the battery box and fuel tank goes on. You will need to check your tolerances for how much the bogies rotate, and obviously that will depend on what the curves are on your layout, so you need to make sure that obviously it's able to clear those curves. And that's it. The bogies sit nice and high up, so the cow catch is just above the rail, and it's about the right height when you go and measure it with the couplers in. They usually just slide back off there, and obviously if you want to use the fabricated version which exists, I can supply that for you as well. But that's it. That's the QR1400 class.